Terry's gonna scrapbook today. Come along and join her for the fun of it. Terry's gonna scrapbook today. Make sure you join her. You'll be glad you did. And now that scrapbooker you've all been waiting for. The one, the only, Terry Rice.
Let's hear it for our MC. Oh, you should leave a comment about his singing, just because he really loves to hear that. Okay, today me and my sister were sitting and playing with some die cuts, those ones I made from scraps. Actually, and we made some more die cuts, but these were the ones I already had done. But anyway, I'm gonna do one that I did and then one she did, and kind of like that. I'll tell you which one she designed and which ones I designed. Okay, the first one I actually designed it without this, but since I sat here waiting for my husband to get his rhyme and his rhythm together, I thought, oh, this would be cute. So I have the wood paper that I've cut into an oval, and it's got the stitch design around it. It's like I've been trying to just whittle down those scraps. I gotta tell you, Ginger from Ginger's Corner, she says that she has a container that she puts her scraps in. I think she might put them all by color first. Otherwise, she sorts them into colors later. But anyhow, she does that every time it gets to a certain point. She just takes time out and does that. So I need to do that because it's like I think I'm going to use them and then I don't, and then they just sit there and cluttering up my room. Okay, so there's that little, I just thought, even though it's white on white, I just think that's pretty. And I did some of those die cut flowers that I've been using, and I did them in yellow gingham. And you know, I'm a big gingham fan, so I'm gonna use these. And this kind of has a blue cast to it, and that's why I chose that, because I love yellow and blue together. And right now, blue is my favorite color, and I like it mixed with yellow. I like it mixed with peach and with green, with by itself, with white. And so it's like, I just love to use blue, but yeah, blue and yellow are always so pretty together. Oh, I think I glued down my flower a little too much. Let me see if I can get underneath it. I don't have my little shovel out here. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna, oh, there we go. It's like I feel like I can't put on my leaf until I know where my flower is. And then another leaf, and these were all from the same die, and this is one I got on Amazon because I was just looking for that shaped flower. And then this is a die cut that I got in a pack at Hobby Lobby, and they had them 50% off, and there was only one size and only one style of these chipboards, and Janet had showed them before, and it's like, oh, I want to try those. The ones I have mostly big things in it, like as big clusters or big like bouquets of flowers or whatever. And so right now I'm just using this butterfly, and it's very stiff. It's like a thicker chipboard, and so I'm still going to make this butterfly bend, But I mean, you got to kind of work at it so it doesn't get a crease in it. One of those wrinkle creases that you get if you try to do like a cardboard like this. So I've just been kind of working it to do that. And can I come in a little bit closer? I got my washi here so I don't go out of line here. Okay, and then let's see, I think I want to use one of these little dots. Sometimes I do have to re-glue and use E6000. Okay, I've got a bunch of old buttons that I actually got from an old button factory. And so I'm using those for some of these. I was going to use dots, and I just love how the dimension that the button gives, and it's just perfect on a gingham. Now if I can get it to stop sticking to my nail. Okay, so that's the first one, and you know I will put close-ups at the end. Okay, and now this is one that my sister designed. I tried to get her to come on and do this. She goes, no, I don't think I can. It's like, okay, stage fright runs in the family, I guess. I know she's taught Bible classes, but I know I had a hard time at first. I'm not so bad now, unless I think about it like now. Because, you know, it's like right now I'm by myself. So it's like, that's fine, but you realize that somebody's going to watch it. Okay, so we got this cute little pattern in the back. And, oops, I'm trying not to stick that to me or my background here. And then a little wooden heart. That totally makes me want to sing an Elvis Presley song. From the 50s probably, or 60s. Okay, and so we're putting this little heart over here. You don't get to sing again. My husband's just hovering. Okay, and then we have 3 little flowers.
You said you need an Elvis song?
No, not right now. Only if you know the Wooden Heart song that he sang in his military movie. And these were the ones I cut out of a pattern paper, or punched out, I should say. And I love how these look. And I'm trying to turn them the same way that she has them in the photo. The photo I'm looking at. Okay, and I just think they are so pretty. And then we have this little tiny butterfly. Now, usually I put dimension underneath the wings, but these are so tiny that I think all you see is the foam in the back, so I've not been putting a dimensional behind them, but I think that they will kind of stay dimensional somewhat. Okay, there we go. And then this one here, I don't know if this was a Martha Stewart butterfly or it just looked like it. I think maybe it just looked like it. Or no, this is actually a die cut one. Okay. I'll tell you, we have been hearing sirens for 2 days. I don't know what is going on. Okay, so there's another one. That one's the one that my sister made or designed. And then, let's see, and then this one she designed too. So when I took pictures, I, you know, it's like whatever picture I took, because I just took pictures of them after we designed them. And so, I guess I got 2 of hers in a row. Okay, she is using this Pure Honey cooler tote. And she thought that was pretty cute. And I don't even remember what it was on, but she liked this too. And it was one that it's such a cute little, I like the shape of it and the color, and then it says pure honey. So I just think it's really cute. And she has it kind of over here a little bit more, so I'm putting it there. It was really funny because she started out with this and I said, you can add more. And she goes, oh yeah. Okay, and then I have these flowers. And this one was punched out of Mintay, and this was in a background of some things that I punched out. Okay, and so we are, oh, she has this little thing here, I almost forgot. And this is to cover up part of that where it says cooler tote, because we're good with it saying honey, but we don't care if we see that it says cooler tote. So I'm putting that here, and we still want to see the pure honey. And then this little flower. And so this is going to kind of, I don't want to cover up the pure honey too much, but I need to get it on there enough to glue it. So do I need to push it up a little? Well, I think I was supposed to push it up a little bit, but now I don't know if I can. I think it's too stuck. Okay, so it's there. It just got a little bigger. And I think I'll have to put a dimensional behind here. Where's my tweezers? Right in front of my nose. Okay. So I'm going to put this right, well, I guess I better not even do it yet, because a leaf goes underneath here. So she's got one of these leaves that are out of this paper that totally reminds me of Monet. So that goes here. And then the big flower, and this was punched out of it was die cut out of a Mintay paper. And I just love how when the paper is thick enough, it looks embossed. I mean, that's like one of my favorite things about die cutting, is it has that embossed look. Okay, and then this is a handmade paper leaf. I love this. Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way because I don't think it matters, but the texture on the leaf is better this way. Okay, and then we have these little, one of those little flowers that I said it looked like COVID germ or whatever it was. And anyway, it's like when I was talking to her about these, it's like I realized that they were the center of the flower. So it wasn't actually a flower at all, even though it looks like one, the die cut does. So it goes in here, which makes perfect sense to me now. I thought, why'd they make that ugly flower? But it looks perfect there. So there's one for each one. And that looks so pretty. And then I have just some little flowers to kind of tuck in. I'm going to put one here, and one up here. And they're a similar shape, like they're the smaller version of the flower. And close to that same color. It's like this is a little more concentrated, so it does, you know how it's like the flower looks darker, and then when it blooms it looks lighter. Okay, and then we have this butterfly, and I only glue the center because that way it has double the dimension. And I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back of this. And I have some little tiny ones that I'm saving for a different one, so I'm trying to avoid that. Oh, and I can tell I'm about off the screen, but I'm just putting on dimensionals. Okay. Foam squares that I've cut into smaller pieces. Oh, they have been working on our backyard. I told you that somebody else bought the land, I think. I think I told you. Now she had this, yeah, about here. Because she wanted to cover up that little hole, which I don't know if it matters if it's cut or covered up or not. And oh, that dimensional is not doing a thing right there because I'm off the piece. So let me just see if I can tuck that in further. Okay, so that turned out beautiful. Oh, I just felt that let go. So it looks so pretty. Pure honey. Okay, and then I have another one. Now this one is one I designed. And I'm going to use, I love this. I cut it out of one of those barnwood, the barnwood cover. The one called Barnwood Beauty, I think. And they had those little things that look like doors and the little landscapes. And this was cut out of the grass. And I love the color of this green because it has like a little bit of red, a little bit of green. It looks very lively. I love it when I can cut my die cut like from a pattern that looks really nice with the die, because it's like you die cut just a solid and it's kind of boring. And you know I'm into patterns. Okay, I was gonna put this on here. I love this, but it kind of fades in, so I'm gonna use this wood die that I cut out of one of the wood scraps. Do I want it this way, or does it just do the same thing? I think I'm gonna use the dark because I do have the darker green here today, the leaves that I was talking about. Oh, and I missed yesterday because me and my sister went and got a massage, and I just didn't get time to get anything together because we had to stop at the grocery store and all that jazz before we came home. Okay, I want this. Do I want it underneath there? I think I had it. I must have the leaf over a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to overlap the leaf, I guess. Or do I want to overlap the bottom of the branch a little? I think I'll do that. Okay, and again, I have 3 flowers because you know it's 3, 5, or 7, or keep going into 9. Okay, and I kind of, you see me kind of pulling on them a little bit. It's just to give them a little bit of curve, even though it's maybe not much. And this one here, and these were punched out of maybe not even the same color paper, and it kind of looks like Christmas paper when I look at it really close. But I love that. And again, I have one of the butterflies that this is kind of a It's kind of a fleshy color. It's from, I think it's called, or from Vintage Meadows Garden or Vintage Meadows. Which one? It's one of my favorites. I can't even think of it. Gingham Meadows? Gingham Garden? One of those. And then the top part's from something else. And I really love this, but you know, it's too different. So I'm going this way. Oh, and I'm going to put some dimensional behind here. And I'm out of the size that I like. So I guess I'm going to use these bigger ones. And I think it took the top right off. It did. Okay. So somewhere I lost the little cover. Oh, this is the one I pulled off earlier and then realized I wasn't going to use it. Yep, that's it. Okay. Okay. Whoops. There we go. I think it was just me folding it up. It was like, what happened? Okay. So there's another one. And look how pretty that pink and white wood grain is. Okay, and here's another one from my sister. And she has used the from the Barnwood Beauty, and it has the truck here. And on mine, I ended up cutting this off because I wasn't able to cover it up on one of them, I think. But she's leaving it there because she wants to use the whole thing. And she's got one of these green leafy, one of these, I don't know what kind of leaves they are, but I like them. They're so pretty to add in. And she's an avid gardener. So I know she likes to play with all the different leaves. Okay, and this was from Mintay Lavender, the 6x8, because this is the lavender. Oh, my camera quit. Okay, and then we have this big beautiful flower, and it's actually cut out of a sunflower pattern. And let's see, I need to bring it kind of close to the bottom. And I'm trying to turn the flower the way that she intended it to. Okay, like that. And then she's laying this flower on top of it. So I've not done the layering of flowers. She's doing that. And she's one, you know, it's like if I'm going, oh, what kind of flower is this? She always knows. Okay, I'm trying to put it the way that she has it, and I'm not sure how that is on this one. I'm gonna turn it this way. And then she's got this piece here, which is from another die that I kind of forgot that I had. And I broke that out yesterday, and we punched some stuff out of that, I think. Or maybe we quit before then, because we just, you know, stay up and chat all night. Because she lives in Texas. It's far away. We don't get to see each other every day. Okay, and then we have this leaf. I'm going to stick it right in here. And then she has this butterfly, and I need to put dimensionals behind that. You know what? I need to cut this off because it's way too far. Okay, that'll be easier. And these are the thicker dimensionals. I need to get some more, or bring out the, I had to clean off my table before they came, but now I messed it up again. But now they just know how it's going to be and we eat up at the counter. My goal is to get a desk in the art room where I don't have to be in the kitchen. You know. I just know what, it's like when people come to my house, they go like, what's going on here? Oh, this is my filming studio. Slash place where I cook. Okay, yeah, I have a question for you. Where do you scrapbook? I mean, sometimes when my grandkids came, even when I wasn't filming, we would gather our stuff and scrapbook at the table. So where do you scrapbook, and if you film, where do you film? Okay. So there's another one that my sister designed. Oh, I guess I can't hold it up too much because I've already really zoomed in. Okay. And here's one that I designed. And these, I had cut these out in my tutorial where I did, it was called knockoff, or nope, that's not it. What was it called? Counterfeit 49 and market embellishments. So this is from that, this is from that, and I just grabbed, you know, scraps again and just made things that reminded me of, well, I think I actually pulled out my the embellishments that I had and tried to copy some of them. Okay, so these are from that, and then these are scraps, of course. Well, even these are scraps. But I'll link that down below if you want to see that, because it's, let's see, how do I want this? I think like this. And then I have this, and I don't remember, what did I use this paper for? Was it for a Skylar? I think Skylar I did a sunflower layout. Okay, and then I'm just building it on top of, you know, this library card. And then I have buttons again. And this one is a bigger button because my flower is bigger. And then this is a little, and these are, some of these are old buttons too that I got from, sometimes people, you know, they knew that I made a lot of button jewelry. And whoops, I really got that on the edge, and I might not be able to move it because this paper is pretty thin. But it's working good. That sticker's working good. Let's see, I might have to move my thing a little off-sided, but that's all right. I think it's all right. Okay. Okay. And then I have 4 leaves. I don't really need 4 leaves. Okay. I have a big one. And this is that paper that reminds me of Monet. And I know it's from Hobby Lobby. It's got to be. Because it was something that I'd buy it and then I'd buy some more. Because it was so pretty. So I want 2 leaves up there. And then 1 down here. So I don't know how I ended up with 3 in this. And I don't think it came out of anything else. Okay, I just kind of, when I make these, I just have a little piece of paper that I just fold them up and put them in here. And then I actually stand them up in a little container that I have because they fit in there and they stand up pretty well. Okay, this is another one of those embellishments that came from that Hobby Lobby. And now this one, I am not going to bend it because it is huge. But I kind of liked how it looked. Well, I do like how it looks. And so I'm just going to leave it flat. I just think it looks pretty like that. And I like how big it is on there. It's like, it's definitely going to be a statement piece when I use this. I need to like pull out some embellishments and then find a picture. So like kind of work backwards. So I can use some of these embellishments. I mean, that would look great on a card too. And I do need to make some birthday cards because I'm out of them. Okay, this started out with this. And this. And then it's like, everything's too dark. I mean, it's like, I love this wood. And this was a, it is a Webster's Pages. And so I had to bring this in. And I don't know what that's from. But it's a pretty little gingham. And so I am using that. And let's see, it's a little wider at the bottom, so I'm going to flip it over. Oh no, it's not. It must be right in the middle because I flipped it over and it looked just the same. Nope, I think this is maybe a little bit wider. Okay, because I like the wider at the bottom because it just always looks heavier. Okay, now I'm using a piece of the this border punch. And I love, this is my favorite border punch. It just is so delicate. Okay, and I'm going to put it where I want it and then trim off anything that's overlapping, at least on this side. Oh, and it might be easier to do it from here. And so I'm going to do this side, but I don't think it's actually necessary because my flower is going to go over that side, but like I couldn't help myself or something. Okay. And so this is one I designed again, so 2 in a row. But I think she did 4 and I did 4. I think we both did 4. Okay. So let's see, I kind of have this where the pink is at the top. Yeah, so I'm gonna be like that. And this is a Mintay paper again, and I think it's from maybe Graceful, I think it's called, or Grateful. I think so. I know I did Brennan Teagan in with this paper. It's just beautiful. I wish I had more of it. Okay, this is one of the handmade papers, and there's like an actual, well, it's not an actual leaf, but it looks like a leaf mixed in with the paper. So that's how you get those different colors. And I love the texture of handmade paper, punched or die cut. It just looks amazing. So here's another one. And that also has that leaf in there. So it's pink with that green. I'm going to just hold it up so you can see it. I just think it looks gorgeous. And then I have, and I'm pretty sure this is from the same collection that I punched some dots. There probably wasn't enough paper for anything else, but it was like a little bit of a stripe. And so I have the pink stripe in there. And that's all that one's getting. But I think it looks simply elegant. Okay. And then another one my sister designed. And I knocked everything off my little pile. Okay, and this is a Heidi Swap paper, and when I cut it out, I actually cut it this way so you don't have all that dimension this way, which, you know, if I'd have realized which way we were going to use it, I would have put it that way. And again, we have this dark wood, and she started with the dark wood again, just like I did. And then I said, do you want to try this behind it? Because, you know, it's like the wood, I love the wood, and she was like me, it's like she loves the wood, but it was so dark. And so, again, we added to it. And so on this one, we're adding these little flowers. And I think we're leaving them lay right over top of it, or it's already cut to the size it's supposed to be. Okay. And the wood is kind of red there, so it's almost like it almost looks like there's another piece of paper there once you get that on there, is what I noticed. Okay. And then she loved this gingham. Just like me, I laid it out there. I said, oh, this is my favorite gingham. And she's like, oh, let me use that. Actually, she just went like this. It's like, okay. So she's got the little gingham flower. And then she put a polka dot with it because the gingham and the polka dot looks so cute together. And I think she doesn't have them too much overlapped. Okay. So I'm pulling it back here a little bit. And then she put in 2 different color leaves because they're different flowers. So I think she has this one up here. I can look at it closer. Yep. She has this one up here. And the little Monet paper, that's what I'm going to call it. I can't tell you how many times I use that paper. And we probably used it in card class too, because it's just beautiful. It just looks like it would be like a Monet background. Okay, and then she put a little pink flower here and a little burgundy flower here, so they just looks like the babies of the family. And this one over here. And there's probably not enough glue there. Okay. And then on here we're doing the buttons. Well, I bet you I can use glue. I use glue lots of times. It's like, I don't know why it sticks, but it does. Okay, so this one gets one of the little vintage buttons. And this one's a tinier vintage button. Okay. And then she's using this darker butterfly and then this tiny gingham. I think I used the background to that gingham for my last one. Okay, and then again, I'm just going to glue them in the center because that way the wings are free to flutter around. Oh, and I think I want to put some dimensionals behind there. I've got smaller ones. So that's what I was saving these for. Okay. If I can pull that off. It's kind of sticking up. Should be easy. Okay. And then it's got the double wings now, so I'll have more dimension. Stick that about here. So I'm going to kind of separate the wings there too. I don't know why they're not separating. They're not glued together. Just in that middle. I don't know why it's not separating. I gotta mess with it for a second. Okay, there we go. Okay. And then a tiny little butterfly. Okay, so that's the last one. So I think we both did 4, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm gonna put them here. We did some unusual ones. Oh, I need to zoom out now. Okay, did these unusual ones. Did some bigger ones. And some tiny ones. So I think they're all there in the picture. All right, I will have close-ups at the end, and I will be back with something else tomorrow. We kind of have something planned. So we'll get to work on that and see you tomorrow, and have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me. Close-ups at the end. Bye-bye.